Hello and welcome back to my videos. In this video it's about Python and how you can code sockets, and I will first create a server application and then I will create a client on the same server here. Socket is using for transport data between two servers. You can stream the data, so if you have a movie you can stream bytes by byte. In my example here I will just show it with a single message. So let's start to create our first socket server. We need to import the socket from Python. You don't need to install anything by pip. Socket is the part of the default library in Python. The next thing we want to do is creating the socket object. And here we want to say socket, and we want to tell which type of socket we use. We need the IPv4, this is the name, and we need a socket stream. We need to stream the data. It's using the TCP protocol, and then we want to bind it here. It should be a tuple, and I will use socket get host name, and you could use like the 127.0.0.1 your local address, because this one is a local application. But if you need a remote address you need to use the external address. So in this case I'm just using the get host name, and then we need the port number. So let's say 1234 to have a port we can connect from when we build the client. And then we listened, let's say 5. This means how many sockets should always be ready to listen. So if we have a lot of traffic to our socket we can increase this number. If we don't need so many we can decrease the number, but for now just leave it for 5. The next is we want to do is we want to keep the socket running until we don't get message anymore. So let's say we want while true, that's meaning it will run forever until we close the program. And then we have a client socket and address that's coming from the socket object's accept command. Now we can print out and say who is online. So I would say connection from address is now connected, and then we need to sending something back to the client to say hello there. So I will build the bytes and say welcome to socket server, and I will send it as UTF-8, and then I will say client close. That meaning when we run our application here it will open up the connection to the client will open up, and then we'll send welcome to socket server back to the client as a bytes in UTF-8, and then we will close the client's connection after, because the client doesn't need to be connected anymore. So let's starting our server. It's running as it should be. So let's continue for the client. Let's go in for the client.py application, and inside here we need to import socket one more time, and we need a socket here again, socket.socket, and we need one more time say socket if here again inet. As you can see we have the inet 6, it's meaning IPv4 and IPv6, so we only need the IPv4 in this case. And then we need socket and say sock3, that's what we want. And in here we want to bind it to we need to connect. We need to connect for the socket server, and it's a tuple again, and we need to say socket get host name, and the port number should be 12345 like we do from our server. And then we need to say the full message should be nothing, and then we need the message, and then the while true, and say message is the message we received, and we want 1024 bytes. I will say you need to probably lower to show what we're doing here, but I will in this case I will just show you that. So if length is of the message should be 0 or lower, then we need to break out, and else we need to say the full message should be plus message, and we need to decode it from UTF-8. So let's see what happened here, and when we break out we need to print out a full message. Let's trying it out. On this one, we will come to the socket server, and then we have the connection from. It's now connected, and that's correct. But let's tune this down and say 6, just to play around with it. And then you can see we still have the right one, but if we print out here to say print message, you'll see we have 6 characters until we are finished, and we collect it together and say welcome to the socket server. That's how you can stream a long message and still continue, but that's not the right way to stream the data. I will in the next video show how you can work with streaming, but this is a very basic about socket serving and programming in Python. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any comments, please make them in below. I'll try to answer them as fast as possible. And of course, I hope you want to subscribe my channel in the right corner when you can press on the thing below. And then I hope you want to like my videos, and of course I hope you want to share with your friends. And thank you so much for your time, and thank you for subscribing. See you next time.